Hello everyone, I am the MoeChicken and welcome back to more Super Mario World Return to Dinosaur Land. In the last episode we discovered a fish. Look at it go! Look at that fish go! Actually we beat this level, found the Green Switch Palace, and I talked an awful lot about nonsense. And I'm going to continue to talk about nonsense because that's my channel. Hello Cheep Cheep. Yes, at the end of the last episode I was talking about Blockbuster Video and snow days and how important it was to me that a snow day happened. And to illustrate how much this was like the best day ever, I got out of school early because it was a snow day in southern Alabama, so that's a big deal. My mom picked me up at like the middle of the day, and she brought me to Pizza Hut for Pizza Hut buffet. And when I say Pizza Hut buffet is inexplicably one of my favorite things, I'm not kidding. I don't even know if they do it anymore, but I loved freaking Pizza Hut buffet. I loved it. It was so good. And yeah, so I got Pizza Hut buffet, which was awesome. And it was me and my mom, and we like looked out at the snow, which was probably like maybe an inch. It was like nothing to spit at, but it was super exciting because I lived in Alabama. And so I was eating Pizza Hut buffet and watching the snow, and then like so I just kind of tumbled over there. Sorry about that. I was eating pizza, watching the snow, and the Blockbuster Video that I mentioned was actually directly across a sort of like small parking lot from the or it was up. Oh gosh, there's a lot of cheeps here. It was up a small hill and across like a little bit of a parking lot. Okay, cool. I didn't think you would actually go that far. Or she, I don't know. Yes, up a hill, across the parking lot from the Pizza Hut. So I was like looking out at the snow, and my mom must have noticed that I was looking at the Blockbuster. So she's like, "I tell you what, do you want to rent a game?" And I like, this is something that was like that was a big deal, because for the most part my mom wasn't really into video games. I mean, she's still not into video games, but she never really played them with me, and she never really interacted with them in any way. She just sort of thought of them as like my weird hobby, and that's it. So the idea of her like asking if I actually wanted to rent one just sort of her own volition was super duper cool. And it was snowing, and I was eating Pizza Hut buffet, and I was out of school early. This was the best day ever. And so I remember going out of the Pizza Hut and like running up that. This is a really long and kind of weird level. Oh, there's the end. Okay, never mind. Or like running out the Pizza Hut after we finished lunch, and like running up the hill. Like, I didn't even wait to get in the car to like drive over there. I just ran up the hill, ran across the parking lot, because I really, really wanted to go to that Blockbuster, because it was so exciting, because like I had it in my mind that since this was like the rich person's video rental store, which, let that sink in, they had like all the newest games, and I was like, I bet they have all the newest games. And like I remember they had like this, way back when, they had when they were renting cartridges, usually you would see the box for the game on the shelf, and then you would like either you'd see the actual cardboard box, or you would see like a plastic box with the game in it, one or the other. And usually the box, because they would just keep the games behind the counter. And with Blockbuster, that was the case. And I remember seeing like all of these like boxes that I just never had seen before, like the Earthbound box. The giant Earthbound box. They had that at the Blockbuster at the rich people's video rental store, and I was so excited. And so I rented Donkey Kong Country 3 on the snow day when my mom picked me up, and she suggested we rent a movie, and I got Pizza Hut buffet, and it was the best day ever. And this is the end of my story. Thank you for listening. This has been a story by MoeChicken from like age 12. Oh, one last thing to make it the best day ever. I remember when I got home, my friend who lived down the street, the Sega Genesis guy, if you've heard me talk about him. He was also already out of school, and he and my sisters were like jumping around in the front yard yelling about snow, and then we tried to make a snowman, and it was like maybe a foot tall. But that snowman lasted forever. Snowman did not melt. What's going on here? Oh, okay. Oh wait, I think I remember this level. Is this the one I'm thinking of? This may be the one I'm thinking of, yeah. So, this obviously has some world geometry issues, but it's sort of doing the same thing. Like, in the original Mario world, there was like a level in the Valley of Bowser that did something sort of like this, but this one's swimming, and that's cool. That's so cool. By the way, to all of those of you who did not turn off the video when I started talking about nonsense, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. I will stop talking about, you know, movie stores and snow days and so forth at this point. I apologize. And so far, this isn't actually that thrilling. I remember this being really cool, and this is kind of not that interesting. And like, the fireballs are just completely breaking the geometry of this level. It's kind of awesome, but also kind of frustrating, because like everything about this game has been super polished, and now that's not really working properly. But it does go to show that, like, you know, Nintendo, being the company that made the system, really knew how to use their own tech. Like, it, like, this romhack is using a lot, like, the same sort of tiles and stuff, but because they're having to be a bit more... Oh, yep. I knew there would be a secret over here. I could smell it. I could smell it underwater. Also, there's a keyhole, but no key. Okay, well, we gotta find the key now. Yeah, so, like, just how Nintendo, like, made all of these levels that don't really mess up that often, you know? I mean, I can think of a couple of places in Super Mario World where there's, like easy to find... Well, okay, well, let me amend that. I was gonna say that it's not a glitchy game. I'm sure it is, and I just don't know them. But I do respect the fact that, you know, if you play the game not looking for glitches, you will mostly have a very stable, experience. That's the word I was looking for. Experience, yes. Can I go in this? Yep, I can. There's P-switch. Okay. Alright. Guess I'll take this with me. I'm guessing this will be integral to getting the key. So we'll have to find that first. I'm gonna keep checking out these upper areas. Maybe there's a secret. Maybe there's a secret. Yeah, I don't know. Oh. Okay. Weird. No? Alright. Well, that wasn't the secret exit. That was the regular exit, I think. Okay. Let me go back. Because I think... I think I know the, what the special exit of this particular level brings you to. And I want it. Because it's really good. It's like a bonus area. It's not just like another level. It's a specific bonus area. I want to get it. So we're going to try and get it again. But yeah, like I feel like for the most part, when you play a Nintendo game, you can expect it to work reasonably well. I mean, just about every Nintendo game, I think, has flaws. You know, every game has flaws. But I guess that's where that phrase Nintendo polish comes from. The idea that, like, there's just so many things about Nintendo games, specifically, that work really well. And I mean, I don't... Maybe it's unfair to say that. You know, maybe that's... You know, Nintendo gets away with it because they're Nintendo, which, again, isn't fair. But, I feel like they've kind of garnered that reputation from a track record of, you know, making pretty good, fun, stable games. And speaking to, like, what I was trying to get at when I was explaining this is that, like, since this ROM hack does not have the same kind of, I guess, technical experience or expertise regarding how the things work, I've kind of found a number of little glitches and strange bits, just because they're using elements that weren't really intended to be used that way. And that in its own way is kind of interesting too, you know, like the idea of finding things that are working in ways that they're not supposed to. I don't know, that's cool. I'm wondering if maybe I missed something in this area, because this area kind of felt, pointless isn't the right word, but it didn't really feel that compelling. Like, I remembered it being more interesting than it turned out to be, so maybe I missed something. I will see if maybe I missed something, yeah. Also kind of wondering why the Yoshi coin was surrounded by not destructible blocks, coin blocks, like solid blocks. Is there a name for that, actually? That's one of those things that, like, I assume is probably the case, that various elements in Mario games have specific names, and I say that mostly just because Nintendo has a tendency to do that. They name things specific things. Like, for example, in Super Mario Bros. 2, those giant mushrooms that are kind of like solid and you like throw them at things, those are called mushroom blocks. They have like a specific name, which I always thought was a little strange. But yeah, they're mushroom blocks. And so I find myself wondering if things that would commonly be thought of as bricks and question blocks, like, what is the name for a block that you have already gotten? Is there a name for it? I wonder. I find myself wondering. Alright, so we know where the key hole is. We just have to find the key. Like, I'm wondering if the fact that the Yoshi coin, the dragon coin, was hidden in here is supposed to be an indicator that you need to do something else. Why is this here? There's some extra life here. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go back and get the P-switch and see what happens. I will hit it and we'll open this up. It'll be a good time. Alright, so we'll go up here. The only other thing I can think of is that maybe it would be up here somewhere? Okay. Yes? That was weird. That was weird. What was going on there? It just pointed me right back down the pipe. Why, though? Why did it do that? Did something happen? It's a great mystery. This is a great mystery. What's going on? I wonder if I can go back. No, I can't. Did something change here? No. Okay, we're gonna exit. We will solve this. I will not end this episode until I find the special exit. Rah! What are you? Okay, yeah, this is this area. I'm guessing maybe that was supposed to indicate that I need to take it down. So let's go with the original plan before I messed it up and get this dragon coin, and then get the last dragon coin and see if something happens. Because maybe it will. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not familiar enough. I do remember that there is, like, somewhere in the Urchin Ocean is a really cool bonus area, and I think that this is the way to get to it, and that's why I'm very hung up on getting it. So, we will continue to sally forth. Sally forth, become fifth. That's kind of funny looking. I like that. That was amusing. That was like earlier when I had the P switch and I was just kind of sliding along the floor. Yeah, okay, well, I guess just keep on. Just keep on doing this, I guess. Die, die, die. Nope, I only killed one of you. Oh, fudge. Okay, whatever. I think I'm almost done. And fourth. Oh, come back now! Ha! Ha! There we go. It's kind of frustrating that I have to go through the whole thing again. I wish the checkpoint had been on this side of that area, because I feel like I've got more mobility here than I did in the other place. But alas, these things are not controlled by me. Alright, so we will go, we're almost there, get the P-switch, we'll come down, and we will hit it and find out if something happens, and it'll be a good time. Here we go. Up here. Here we go. So I take this, and take you. Go down. Okay. Alright. Up. Okay. Oh! Okay! That's, unique. Just kinda... I'm guessing that there must have been some sort of, what do you call it? Like, blocking area up there, and it just sort of dropped the key. It was just kind of funny how it just slowly drifted down, and it was like, here's the key, man. Have fun with that thing. Alright, let's find out what this will lead us to. Is this the area I was thinking about? It is! Yay! Yoshi's Secret Isle. In the next episode, we will go to Yoshi's Secret Isle. I am the MoeChicken. This is Super Mario World Return to Dinosaur Land. Thanks for stopping by.